Hassan Ouattara, bonsoir.
Hassan Ouattara, good evening. Thank you for welcoming me to your pavilion, Les Messagers de la Savane. What does that mean?
Messengers of the Savannah, because, as you know, Burkina Faso doesn't really have any forests except for woods, the forestry gallery, and the savannah. The masks are above all religious objects that are exhibited in the savannah and that communicate between the bush and the towns and the villages, between the invisible and the visible, between the visible and the re-visible, sharing the news of the messages of the savannah.
This is your first arts and crafts fair at Ouagadougou. What are your first impressions?
The SIAO is a wonderful showcase and the pride of Burkina as well as Africa.
Do you think it's important to have events like this promoting African culture?
Yes, I've met people and renewed contact with other partnerships. There are cultural revelations because the public at this SIAO is very diverse.
Ousseini Ouattara, good evening. As our viewers may have noticed, you are Hassan's twin brother. Where does this passion for masks come from?
As you said, it's our passion. It's a labor of love. And it has meant we've been able to get even closer to the masks, spend all our time around them, and understand more about them.
It's as though you were possessed by these masks. I myself feel like I'm being watched by them. I suppose I'm not alone in feeling that way.
Comment on peut expliquer ce genre de sentiment que je peux avoir et que je ne suis pas le seul à avoir, j'imagine?
Maybe our ancestors have succeeded in their mission, which was about transmission. You know that initiation rites for our ancestors depended heavily on transmission. Could be that we are like sounding boxes and are not even sure ourselves why the masks have asked us to do this. But it's a real passion for us, to be honest. As I said before, a labor of love.
Hassan, you make the masks yourselves. How are they made?
For the fabrication of the masks, we seek out rare copies of masks in Burkina. Masks that are not exhibited and that you won't see on display anywhere in the world. Then we give them to the blacksmiths who make the masks. Traditional sculpture is done by the caste of blacksmiths. We are from a different caste, so we leave the metal working to them so they can sculpt the masks. Now, we are both specialists in polychrome, which is the art of coloring with natural pigments. When the masks have been sculpted, we color them and give them a sheen. Then there is the work researching the symbolism of the masks and other objects.
Ousseini, there's a very beautiful mask behind your brother. Could you tell us in a few words what it represents?
It represents the elephant, the father of the jungle. While the lion is certainly the king, the elephant is the father. Despite his size, he's always wise and full of wisdom. This mask is a Samo mask.
Hassan, we are in the 21st century, and yet once again we have the proof that African tradition in the 20th century, the 21st century, is here to stay. How can you explain that?
Because it's in our culture, that's all, for us Africans, and our troubled continent with disease and poverty. We've always believed that this was the way to survive, by making our culture better known. If we don't lose sight of our culture, we'll be all right. We have great faith in that.
Hassan, how do you market these masks?
Well, the buyer comes to our house, we show him the collection and he makes his choice. We sell the object with the legend explained. That's very important.
Nous lui vendons, mais en joignant la légende. C'est ce qui est important. Puisque pour nous,
Any object we sell, any mask sold, can easily be recopied. By explaining the legend, we feel that we have continued the tradition of cultural transmission.
Ça continuerait de faire la promotion et la revalorisation de la culture. Voyez? Mais si c'est dans une exposition,
When the object is in an exhibition, the buyer cannot take it away immediately, so he pays 50% and completes the purchase once the exhibition is over.
lui remettons son objet, alors il paye le reste. C'est comme ça se passe la vente des masques.
Husseini, as your brother said, you make copies. Why just copies?
Ben, les copies,
So the genuine ones don't disappear. We make copies, so the real objects stay here.
mais aussi, ce qui est important à savoir, nous ne faisons
But in fact, we don't just make masks. We also have contemporary creations inspired by the traditional
des
mask.
masques traditionnels.
So where exactly is your workshop?
Ben, notre atelier se trouve à
Our workshop is our home. But here in Ouaga, we are trying to obtain another residence, the Carité Bleue, where we have a permanent residence at the woodworking area.
Bon, nous avions une exposition en permanence à la zone du bois.
Hassan, do you have any plans to use the internet to promote this aspect of Burkina's culture?
De cette culture burkinabé.
Oui et non. Mais pour le moment,
Yes. Yes and no. Not for the time being. The internet is a modern tool. But if we're going to start putting our creations online, we have to make them even better. It's difficult because we don't really master all of the parameters. But as soon as we do, we'll get the internet. Even if we are determined to preserve our culture and protect our traditions, we have to keep up with modern developments. That's important.
nous devons protéger, rester dans nos traditions, mais il faut que nous soyons en symbiose avec la modernité. C'est ce qui est important, puisque toutes nos cultures.
There is an entirely different culture that is valid and interesting, and we have to be open to other cultures and modern developments. So, we have to have our heads in the modern world and keep our feet solidly in the bare ground. That's important for us as Africans.
Je dirais les pieds sur la terre de nos pères. C'est ce qui est important pour nous, Africains.
D'accord. On a l'impression en vous écoutant que
Listening to you, it seems that masks are your life. And the family, Husseini?
Husseini.
Oui, ben, la famille,
We often don't see eye to eye about that. They think we pay more attention to the masks than to the family. But we're fine.
que la famille, ouais. Mais ça va aller.
And the children, are they going to follow in their father's footsteps?
Des papas?
Bon, on ne sait pas, mais
We don't know, but we'll leave it up to them.
au choix, mais
We'll be teaching them about masks as well, because it's important. Masks are exactly like historical documents or history books.
livre d'histoire.
You wanted to say something.
Dire quelque chose, une anecdote. C'est une fois notre petit garçon de 4 ans. Alors,
It's just a story about our 4-year-old son.
alors tout de suite,
We were all surprised that day, pleasantly surprised.
agréablement surpris. On était tout contents. Alors quand nous
So, we had started to take the masks out. He said, "Oh, the Karangas are out!" That means we don't have to worry about the relief team. The transmission is guaranteed, so there you have it.
Messieurs, merci.
Thank you both for your warm welcome.
It was a pleasure.